Welcome back to the movement, everybody. I got a very special guest, one of my fellow kings here, Mr. Coach Zoom. How you doing, Mr. Zela?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to see you.
You as well.
We got to talk all about you today, man. The floor is yours, brother.
Okay.
I want to hear your story. I know you're Cameroonian.
Yes.
Bro, you guys are... I can't even cuss anymore. I'm cussing. I'm cussing too much. I realized the other day when we were doing this little clip, I never posted it. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, should I put a curse counter, bro? I cursed like 17 times in 3 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I apologize to any of the viewers out there. I'm cursing too much. But you guys are crazy with the hot sauce, by the way. Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
I remember my boy, I can't say his name. We're not going to expose him. He came, whatever. His dad made some food, all that other stuff. You guys make fantastic barbecue chicken, by the way.
Facts.
Bro, I'll tell you right now.
Deadly.
When the sauce came and it looked green, I knew I was in for a world of pain, bro. As soon as I saw it green, I'm like, buddy, why is it green? Explain to me why it's green. I had boogers running down my face. I'm sweating like a dog.
You're sweating,
I felt like I just did burpees for 15 minutes, bro. What's happening here?
No, but it's normal. It's normal.
That's great.
Normal.
And your spice level's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
What's going on here, man?
Yeah, man.
We want to talk about you, soccer, Stittsville.
Yeah.
Right? I was growing up in Stittsville. What was your early days like? I want to know a little bit about you.
I wouldn't even really say I grew up in Stittsville. Like I did come out of Stittsville, yes. My parents obviously came from Cameroon. My dad worked for the Cameroon embassy as a chef.
Nice.
So that's why my family migrated here.
So you're super blessed on food, eh?
Always.
Come on.
Yeah.
I was just talking about food. The first thing your dad's a chef. Like, how would I have known that?
Literally. So then I was born here. I have 4 sisters. And
Are you the youngest, oldest, middle?
The youngest.
My guy. I'm the baby too, by the way.
Yeah? Okay. But yeah, like I grew up in Stittsville until about 14. I went through Goulburn when it was still a small club. And then I moved on to OSU. And then from OSU, I moved on to Toronto FC at 14.
Well, where did you find the passion anyways for soccer?
My dad played soccer. My dad was a big soccer player in Ottawa. My dad owned his own club as well here in Ottawa.
No way. That's where the aspiration came from.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah.
You got a real strong father figure, huh? Big ups to your dad.
I am close to my dad.
I say that in every single pod, man. We always talk about having such a strong father figure.
It's important.
All you young men out there that are having kids, man, stop running away from your kids, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, bro.
Stay at home.
Stay at home, man. Don't forget the milk. I'm sick and tired of you guys, you know?
For sure. But,
so he had his own club and everything. What was his club called?
So he had 2 clubs. He started a club called Ottawa Lions. So my dad's big in the Cameroon community here. So he started a club called Ottawa Lions, and then after Ottawa Lions, it was Ottawa Roots.
I'm loving your dad already, bro.
Yeah.
I'm having my whole theme around lions. You think that's an African thing, or is it just, it's about strong hearts, king of the jungle?
Yeah, it's king of the jungle, strong.
What's your dad's name?
Animal. Martin.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man. So yeah, he had his own clubs, and then obviously from being around it, I always had that kind of vision to have my own club eventually, or to have my own program eventually that had to do with soccer. So grew up playing for Toronto FC. Then I moved on to Vancouver Whitecaps for a bit. And then from Whitecaps, I played for Ottawa Fury for a little bit. And then I went over to Italy.
Do you think it's a stipulation that a lot of the people that came out of Ottawa played for Ottawa Furies? Because I feel like a lot of the guys I've grown up with played for Ottawa Furies.
Well, at a certain point, Fury had a decent academy. So everyone was drawn. Well, we didn't have much. And then we had everyone was drawn to the Fury Academy at one point. So everyone did pass through Fury at one point. But I think most people, for the most part, passed through OSU. OSU was kind of the club to play for that had coaches from Europe or whatever going on. So it was the club everyone was drawn to because they had most of the attention at a younger age. And then when you go through OSU, then branch off into Team Ontario or the provincial program, whatever it was called at the time. And you play in the Ontario Youth League and stuff like that. So OSU kind of gave players an opportunity to be seen.
Which is still blessed. At least they did something like that for the city, right? Because we're not huge in sports in Ottawa.
Exactly.
Is that something that you're trying to bring into the city right now?
I'm trying to give up my own kind of pathway. So I had different experiences in Europe. So through the people I know in the men's game and the women's game, I think I'd like to give players the opportunity they didn't have. I didn't have someone like me who was able to just say, let me call this person and see if he can get you a tryout. I didn't have that. It was more, I was blessed with the opportunity to play for Toronto FC and the Whitecaps. And also I played with Team Canada at a young age while I was still with OSU. So from that tournament, I had met an agent, and through those kind of stepping stones, I was able to get into Italy. But I have the direct contacts with certain agents who can give players direct tryouts and stuff.
I just thought of pasta as soon as you said Italy, man. How's the food?
It was amazing. It was amazing. But Italy was my favorite and least favorite experience.
Why least favorite? Always start with the bad.
Just Italians
or racist,
in Italy tend to be racist. Yeah,
tend to be.
Yeah. Especially like on the ground is bad.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. They either hate you or love you. There's no
but they'll love you, but they'll still hate you at the same time.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
They'll love you to win them games, but after the games, you're no longer a loved person.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But what about the soccer experience though?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I love the most. I love the culture. I love the food. I love going out and just being able to just like, the people wake up in the morning, they go to these little bars, they have breakfast all together. Everyone's outside from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. Like people don't sleep in that country.
Did you have an agent that took you there? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So what was your experience like with the agent?
It was good. Like it was very, very cutthroat. So what happened was he met me when I was 17. He said, hey, 16, sorry. He said, hey, you're a little young. When you're 18, you'll be able to play in Europe. And then at 18, I ended up, on my 18th birthday, he gave me a call, said, hey, you're 18 now. I have a trial for you in Italy. If you want to go, the club's looking for a player in your position. I believe that you'll do well. I went over. I was there for, I think, a week and a half. And
you were a left back, no?
Exactly. I was there for a week and a half. Trial went well. They signed me right away.
Be honest, how was that call when you're 18 years old getting a call like that, being like, listen, I'm taking you overseas?
It was actually bittersweet because my family was my mom was highly against it.
Really? Because I would have been like, if she married your dad,
because she wanted me to finish school.
Of course.
I was 18. I was 17, turning 18. I was still in high school, and I had to like just drop everything and go. So my mom was like, this is crazy.
How hard did you guys fight, bro?
Yeah, it was bad.
Hold on, was your dad on your side?
Of course. He's like,
he was Team Zoom, man.
Yeah, he's like, let my son play soccer. I don't care.
That's crazy. He's like, I'm living on my dream. What are you doing?
Yeah, but it was war in my house for sure.
For sure, man. Yeah. That's crazy. Any holes in the walls?
No, not holes, but
words were chucked.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely not an easy time, but like when I made it, everyone was happy. Things went well. It was a pretty smooth transition. But yeah.
Let's talk about. I think a lot of people, they look and they see the fame and the glamour, and they already see the person in the position, but they don't understand the actual work and the dedication it took. So let's talk about your early life, bro. So when you got involved in soccer, how much of your social life and going out with your outings with your friends, or you were so dedicated to your craft? Let's talk a little bit about that, bro. Let's give some context.
The thing about, for me, was like so when I was younger, everyone used to say he's talented but lazy.
Really?
That was like the everyone used to tell me that, he's so good, but he just doesn't like to work hard. He doesn't like, because I was never the guy on the team that was first at sprints, I'm not doing that. Give me the ball, I'll play, but I'm not going to be I'll be the last in the pack, if anything, fitness and stuff. And then one season, I just decided I'm tired of hearing that. That's a hectic insult, though. The most ambitious, lazy guy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm tired of hearing that. So one day, like one season, there was a year that I made, I signed for Toronto FC. That season, before I went to TFC, I was before school at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. on the field. At lunch, on the field. After school, on the field. And then after, I'm going to my training sessions with my actual OSU team. So I was doing that every day, like literally killing myself.
That's the grind.
And then that summer, it was like my breakthrough summer when I was like, literally no one could, I was ahead of everyone just because I've been training like a monster for months.
So then let's be honest, would you have been able to touch that if you weren't training that hard? Would you ever have been able to get to that position?
I still think I would have. I think I had the talent to do it.
Oh, no, here we go. Eh?
No, I really do feel like, obviously it helped me excel in certain
100%.
aspects, 100%. Like if you work harder than everyone else, it's and you have the talent, it's inevitable for you to make it. There are factors that could hold you back, but the reality is if you do work hard and you're a talented player, you can push yourself to a certain degree to make it. But I do feel like that it gave me a bigger gap from everyone else. Like, for example, I still would have been at the level, but I just got that much bit better because I put in that much more work.
So what would you say in your opinion? Would hard work be, how let's say in the world of business, we say hard work beats talent 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe that.
Not in the realm of sports.
Yeah, in the realm of sports, connections One, there's some very poor.
Man, it's so political. I never even knew that until talking to you guys.
Like, hard work is important, yes.
Yeah.
But I think a majority of athletes put in hard work. It doesn't have anything to do with the work you put in. I think right place at the right time. I think right person to push you forward. And I think just having the right support system for when you do fall down to pick you up and make sure you keep going.
Well, since you already did it, what would you say to the young cats that are trying to come up in the game in terms of how to pursue connections? Obviously through guys like you, or what would you say?
Yeah, I'd say try to speak to people who've done it. Try to let things happen naturally, but at the same time, you have to put in the work, and you need to be realistic with your goals and your dreams. For example, if you're not the best on your at least how I think. If you're not going out in every game and killing it, you cannot expect to be making money like Mbappe. You know, like you can't. Some guys think, oh, I'm amazing here in Ottawa, but Ottawa doesn't matter. There's how many other countries that people are excelling at 100%. You know, so there's reasons their guys make the crazy amounts of money. You know, so I think people just need realistic goals. People need to go through stepping stones. If you're a good college player, now move on to something that's one step ahead. You know. Yeah. But don't try to skip the steps. I think people try to skip steps. And like, if you're not already on the Toronto FC, the Whitecaps, the big MLS academies, then it's going to be very hard for you to skip steps and go to the next big team. So like, rather than going on trials, try to take things one thing at a time. For example, if I'm in a club team, try to make it into university, from university, try to push on to pro, you know, but I think people nowadays try to skip steps, which you can't.
I think, you know what, people have been so crafty lately. They're trying to make a get-rich-quick scheme in every facet of life, not realizing, buddy, stop watching so much YouTube. Yeah. Go experience life for yourself, because you see everyone that's already at the top, but no one wants to show you the pain and the fucking suffering that they want. I just said I wasn't going to cuss Shawnee, boy. Unbelievable.
But like also...
But because you went to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
So how was your experience? How was that an experience to building Zoom? What a gangster nickname, by the way. Let's be very honest. I've heard a lot of nicknames in my time. Zoom is a gangster nickname.
I appreciate that. I think
would you rather Coach Zela or Coach Zoom? Which one do you prefer, the guys?
Because I don't really go by Zoom that much anymore. It's more Zela now. I think Zoom was like more of a when I was younger, you know?
Buddy, I'm here, you're Zoom, bro. You know? I don't know. Yeah, you hear somebody saying, yeah, my nickname is Zoom. It's over, bro.
No, for sure. But I just think what was the question again?
How was your experience into the development into Zoom when you hit Toronto?
It was good. I think I did hit some roadblocks just because at such a young age, not having family around is hard. I think my
How was that, by the way?
It's difficult. At 14 years old, I think you're way too young and you're exposed to so many things when you're by yourself. Especially in a city like Toronto. Toronto's
corruption is crazy, or
not even corruption, just your everyday life. Like you don't have someone to say no to you. I could do whatever I wanted.
What about safety and all that? Did you feel safe, or did you feel like
I felt safe because I lived with a family, but at the same time, like you're not my parents, so you know, like they weren't ever trying to be like, you can't do this, you can't go there, you can't, because you're not my parents. You know, they're gonna if because how a parent is gonna think is, if that's how he was living at home, how can I stop him from living that way here? So, and I think that's where the head things kind of collided in that point. I didn't really have that much guidance in a sense. Whereas if my family members were around, I wouldn't have done as much crazy things as I did, you know? I was by myself.
Bro, don't tell me they crazy things and you're not going to share them. This is a private conversation we're having right after this.
There's a camera in my face right now.
This is a you can't say, listen, you can't say, when this shit comes off, bro, we're talking about that right there.
That's so funny. But yeah, like there's like things like I just partying and stuff and getting myself into situations that, like I said, if I was at home, my dad, and they would never happen because, like, for example, teachers, even in school, teachers would get upset and say, I'm going to call your parents. I say, go ahead. My dad lives 5 hours away. He's not going to come here. So
that's crazy.
So like, you know, like just little things like that.
I'm like pushing every boundary there is.
Like I had no boundaries. And
don't expose yourself. Your dad's going to come and beat me and you up, bro. I don't care what's going on.
Yeah, like that was kind of the struggle I had growing up. And that was 100% on me. Like, but I guess that I know that if I had to redo things, I would prefer my family or one of my family members come with me just to give me a little bit more guidance help me.
Did your dad ever come check you out? Because I know you said he was working at the embassy.
Yeah, but obviously he came and checked me out and made sure I was good from time to time. But obviously it's different cities, it's hard.
But how much love did you feel when he came through?
No, for sure. It's obviously nice to see your family, and obviously I came back to Ottawa from time to time because I was on my own. But I think, like I said, anyone who's gonna leave, I think it's harder when you're younger, and I think in Europe it's a lot easier because most people play close to home for their local academies, whatever it is, so they don't really have to leave. Like, you don't have to go far. Like in Europe, it's a lot easier that's another reason a lot easier for people to make it in Europe, because first of all, you're in an academy there's all these big clubs have U8 academies. They start from when kids are babies, and then they go through the academy system until they're adults. And even if you don't make it into the Prem, you're still making it into Div 1 or Div 2, where you're still making money that people in everyday life don't make.
That's facts.
But it's not like here where you have to wait till you're 18 or you have to go CPL. And even you're going CPL, when you get into the CPL, the money when you're a young player is not the greatest, So it's a completely different ideology when it comes to playing pro soccer overseas and playing soccer here,
So then what's Select doing to bridge that gap?
So it's just giving people the opportunities that they wouldn't get if I wasn't there, or if they didn't have that person to help them out. Like, for example, I know one guy named Ellie who was working with me the whole last year. And I got a call from Germany from an agency saying that they're looking to so there's an agency that invested millions of dollars into a training center. They built a training center from scratch.
Where?
In Germany, where players can eat, sleep, work out. They get private 1v1 coaching training with coaches. They have literally everything that a player needs to excel. So what they've been doing is taking players from Africa, from Canada, wherever. Players pay a monthly fee, and the agency will take care of you and literally mold you into a pro. So Ellie was working with me all year.
Yeah.
And they also did help players find trials with different teams. So
which is incredible.
Exactly. So that's exactly what Canadian players need, because we have the talent here, but not everyone's there yet, So you need these kind of like agencies or these smaller clubs, these smaller opportunities to get you to bridge the gap almost, to get you from being a good player to a pro,
Well, if they're plucking you when you're so young in Europe, what's the skill gap between third Div 1 teams and us? It's probably incomparable, eh?
So let's say, the Div 1 teams in Europe are completely different, unless you're in a small country. Like, let's say, for example, you go to somewhere like Luxembourg or even like Romania or Poland. These countries are like small countries, so the talent pool is not the craziest. The gap is not so massive.
Yeah.
Like a CPL team can compete. I don't know if we'll win, but they can compete. Like, no level of players can compete. But when you go over to the footballing countries like Spain, Germany, Italy, France,
UK,
it's not
completely different story.
Non-negotiable. Yeah, it's not even close.
Well, I guess because it's such a big part of their culture as well. Like for us, let's be honest, it's hockey, really.
Exactly. For example, like the team I played for in Italy, if we had a game, the whole city stops.
That's sick.
Still. Like, you're not allowed to open. You're not allowed to, unless you're a restaurant, you're not serving nothing. You're not.
How much love did you get though?
Yeah, it's different.
That's what you meant by I got a lot of love, but at the same time, that's crazy.
So like, you're not even, the city is on a shutdown until the game is over. Then you can go back to work.
That's blessed.
He's on shutdown. Here we don't have that. Atletico Ottawa's playing. It's another day.
That's
you
crazy.
go to the game if you'd like, but it's not by force. It's not mandatory. It's not like you're just not going to the game and someone's looking at you saying, "Why aren't you winning the game?"
Let me ask you this: not because you experienced that. Would you like that here in Ottawa, or you wouldn't want that here in Ottawa?
No, for sure. It'd be a blessing. I think
everyone's business closed down. Coach Zoom has to stop zooming on his kids. You know what I mean? Shut it all down and go to the game. You'd like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's part of the game. It's part of the culture. It brings the community together. You have support, right? So
I'm asking that question of the wrong guy. He's a footballer, anyways. Where's he gonna go with this question?
No, for sure.
That's how you know it's not scripted here. You know what I mean? I should have asked Shawnee Boy in the back. Would you want to leave? That would have worked out great.
No, but I think for any sports team that's important, not just soccer. I think for hockey, whatever it is, I think having the whole community support and watch gives players motivation, and
100%.
And it's good for the city. 100%. For sure. If no one goes and watches, what's the motivation? You're just playing.
Did you pay for everything? And like, how did the facilitation of?
I didn't pay for anything. I lived in a hotel. I didn't pay for anything.
Who paid for it? The
team, yeah.
Food, everything, outings, they give you
everything.
allowance.
Yeah, I had a salary. I was on salary. I had a
Okay.
2-year contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then from Italy, where did we go?
So from Italy, we went to Spain. It's
How
funny.
is the difference between that?
Italy, the coach tells you how to play the whole game.
Really?
The coach is directing the game. The coach is barking from the sideline for 90 minutes. You have no freedom, no liberty.
Well, imagine the pressure on him too, though.
Yeah, unless you're like in the box or like, you know, right by the net, then you can try your skills, whatever. But very, very tactical soccer. In Spain, do whatever you want. The best man wins.
The onus is on the player.
The best man wins. The coach gives directions, but you're not really following I wouldn't say following a game plan, but you're just more free to play, more free to be creative, more free to express yourself. And if you do, obviously, if you're trying to do too much, then you'll get hate. But for the most part,
I'll tell you, Zoom, take it easy.
Yeah, you know, literally,
That's
you know.
crazy.
But if not, then you're more free to, you know, just try and play and enjoy yourself. But also Spain, the weather's different.
Let's talk about that.
Training is different.
Let's talk about that. We're in snow here, bro. Tell me about some warm weather.
Yeah, Spain.
Give me some vibes here.
Spain was nice. I liked my experience.
Did you go to Marbella?
I went to.
How nice was Marbella?
I stayed in Malaga for almost, I think, 4 months. I was training with a team in Malaga for 4 months. The problem with Spain is paperwork. So when you're Canadian, it's hard to settle in Spain.
Really? You think because we have such a strong passport, it'd be easier?
No, it's easy to visit, but when you want to work there and stay there. So what had happened was the year I signed in Spain is the year I signed in the CPL. So I signed in Spain, and then I did like the Spanish Cup I was able to play because I don't know, there was like certain rules that were, so it's fine. I played in the Spanish Cup, and then when it came to league games, I couldn't play because you need like a work permit. So it took like almost 3 months for me to get a work permit.
Wow.
And then when I finally got the work permit, I got a call from the CPL. And then I decided, okay, CPL in Halifax called me, and then I decided, okay, let me go and play in Halifax. So then
why'd you want to do that move? Since everyone's dream is to stay in Europe.
Because like the CPL was its first ever CPL season.
Okay.
It was brand new. It was like Canadian history, you know.
You wanted to be part of the pioneers.
part of, you know. So I said to myself, I just got my work papers in Spain. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I've been here 3 months. I haven't played a game, and I'm really gonna give this up to go back to Canada. So it was a hard decision, but I said, you know what?
That's tough.
Let me just do it. I'm gonna go home, play in front of my parents, my family, can watch my games. Everyone, you know, it's just a different experience. And I've never like played a game in front of my dad since I was like young, you know. So I said, hey, like let me go and play in the first division in the country.
Is your mom still freaking out at this point? Because you haven't been home. It doesn't sound like you ever went home.
No. I go home I used to come home for Christmas and stuff like that. So like my parents had seen me.
Oh, she hated you, man. If that's how I came home for Christmas. That's consensus across the board, bro. That's crazy.
But like I said, like it was a different experience, and it was playing first division. You know, right? In Europe, I wasn't playing first division, so come back to my home country, play first division, be one of the pioneers. It was an experience that I didn't want to pass up. They were offering a lot in Halifax. They really took care of the players when we came home. It gave us the nicest apartment in the city.
Nice.
We were living good. My face was everywhere in the city.
Oh, now you're getting love too.
Yeah, I was getting love everywhere. Games were sold out every week.
Corruption too.
So like it was pretty cool, you know, to be one of the first players to play in the Canadian Pro League for sure. Like we got love all year round. No matter we won games, lost games, people were just happy that we had pro soccer in Canada.
That's incredible.
You know? It's like the Pro Women's League that just kicked off this year. They're gonna get love forever because they're the first girls that ever, or first women that ever played pro in Canada. So they're gonna get love forever, for all of time. You're gonna look in history books 10 years, 20 years down the line, saying, "Oh, there's this girl was one of the players that played in the Canadian Pro League." No matter if it does well, no matter if the league folds, there's still those players that played in that league. You know,
and you got that experience because you were part of the starting team, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
The beginning, you said.
Yeah.
So where did we go after that?
So after that, my career kind of took its toll because of COVID.
This is where the juice gets juice.
Because of COVID. So I left. I was in Halifax. I did like a little European, I'd say like vacation. So I went on vacation after the season ended and just like visited different people, then came back, did some training. And then I went to Germany for the first time.
Germany, I heard, is crazy racist with black people.
But it wasn't even close to Italy.
No, Italy, bro. You're talking about
is,
this is like the Goliath, bro.
But the thing is, Germans will be racist in silence. Like they won't say nothing to you.
They see your skin color. They're like,
yeah, you know, like, but they won't say anything to you, really. So, I went to Germany. I'm staying in Germany. Everything's good. Having a good time. Training, doing well. And I went and I had an experience with Schalke. No, Schalke they played in the Bundesliga.
No.
So I went on trial with Bundesliga team Schalke. I'm on trial for a while. I'm thinking.
And this is top tier?
Yeah, this is first division.
This is you're on the moon right now.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm about to be a millionaire. I'm about to sign for big bucks. We had like a preseason game a game with the reserve team versus the first team.
Yeah.
Versus like the actual players who play in the Bundesliga.
Suck.
So I'm playing and I'm starting in this game. I'm playing. I'm killing it. I call my boy right after. I'm like, bro, we're hitting the top. We're about to sign for big bucks, buddy. One of my best friends, his name's Antonius. I call him after. I'm like, brother,
we made it.
I said, brother, we're about to cash out.
Call Drake. We're gonna go.
I said, I'm gonna be the second Canadian in the Bundesliga after Alfonso. I thought I was gonna cash out.
That's crazy.
So I had like the game of my life, man. I'm dribbling past. These are Bundesliga players, you know. Like I just came from CPL, the Canadian. Obviously, it's a good league, but playing against the Bundesliga,
top of the top.
Yeah, these guys are making multi-millionaires. You know, like these are the best players you can fight. So I'm dribbling past them, doing my thing, having a good time. So now after I'm talking to the agent, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like they must have said something. Like even everyone's saying I played well. Like I know I played well.
And you felt it too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
You know. So I was like, okay, like this had to have went well. And time passes. I'm not hearing anything. Then literally, the coach got fired.
No.
I'm like, oh no.
So everything you just did with the shit.
Went to shit. And then at the same time, COVID happens.
Yeah.
And everyone has to leave Germany. So in that period of time, everything went to shit.
Wow.
So then literally, I'm leaving Germany. No team. I can't even go in other trials because the border is about to close and COVID's happening. And now I'm locked in my house here in Canada. And
That's fucking nuts.
So I went from like the highest point of my football to the lowest point of my football. All in a matter of months. A month. That's it. And because I left Europe, no team wants to sign a foreigner because it costs more money. You have to do paperwork, and it's COVID time. So you're not even supposed to be traveling. So even to get anyone into Europe is a headache.
Why is that such a common theme? I hear from a lot of guys that are incredible and the coach gets fucking fired and the whole thing goes to shit.
Because the coach will accept for you to come trial. So for example, if an agent comes and says, hey, I have a player, it's the coach that says, hey, come in. I actually like his video, whatever, bring him in. So when that happens and the coach gets fired, now it's like, the new coach will come in and say, I have my own players. Who's this guy?
Exactly. No,
but that's not even the issue. The coach got fired and then COVID happened at the same time.
Yeah,
so even they didn't have time for the new coach to come and say, I don't like this guy. It was like,
two of the worst case scenarios.
Everyone was like, yo, Germany's going into super lockdown. Everyone has to leave the country. So then now I leave the country and I'm just sitting in Canada. There's no football, no nothing.
But at this point, your mind is going, I hate Bill Gates, I hate George Soros, I hate Pfizer, I hate the WHO, I hate all these guys.
I'm telling you, it was bad.
I wish they get hemorrhoids for the rest of their lives, you know what I mean?
No, it was bad.
That's crazy. Bro, honestly, how distraught were you at that point, bro?
It was bad. Like I didn't want to play football anymore. So like so after when the borders reopened, I went and because I hadn't been playing football for a year now because the CPL closed. And
you gotta bring the mic closer to your face. Yeah.
So the CPL ends in about November or October.
Yeah.
And then it's the middle of the year, so it's like the other seasons are already ongoing, right? They're still going. So I'm here, and I've now COVID. So now for a year, I'm just home
doing nothing.
I got super jacked, like I was working out every day, but that's as much as I could do. I'm not playing soccer, you know. Then after a year of not playing, nobody wants to sign you. You're just sitting at home, you know, like you're not doing anything. So nobody wants to even take you on trial. Nobody wants to do anything. So things kind of went downhill from there. And then,
do they factor in age at that point?
Yeah,
Is
not
that
yet,
a massive
not
factor
yet,
or no?
Not yet.
Because you're
So,
not
like,
old. You're born in 98.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Yeah,
But like
literally.
at that time, I was still 23, 20. Yeah, like 24.
Yeah.
No, 23.
Yeah.
So it's like I was still at a good age to play. You know. But it's just like because I've been off for so long now, coaches are scared to even have a look because like, oh, am I wasting my time? And teams are still kind of in a financial because you're from Canada, they have to spend more to get your paperwork done and everything else. They're just like it's just a hassle for you to come at this point, you know?
Yeah.
So then things just kind of went downhill. I went back to Germany. I played for a lower division team, but it wasn't the same. Imagine you're playing with Schalke at one point, and then now you're playing with a fifth or fourth division team.
That's tough.
It mentally was crazy.
It hits your ego too, right?
Not even the ego, just mentally hard. It's like, how did I go from the top to the bottom? And like, it's just hard. So then at one point,
That's demotivating.
Yeah. But I still played. I still did my thing. And I did battle injuries because I hadn't been playing and then for a while. And then all of a sudden I went back to playing full throttle. So I battled with some injuries.
Like career-ending injuries or no?
No. Just like hamstring here, little things here and there that were inevitable because, like I said, I haven't been playing for a long time, and now I have a full load every day.
Yeah. So,
it was a difficult situation. I finished there, came back home again. I went back to Germany again for another season, and then I had a pretty bad ankle injury that season, and then I came home, and then I haven't played since. Well, I recently got back to playing, like in the last 4 months, I've gotten back fit and playing and training.
Was that because of the ankle?
Yeah. So I didn't play for like, I'd say 8 months, 9 months.
Wow. So you're back to, you're a year off and then again, now 8 months.
So now it's like
good for you, man. You're resilient. You keep going back to
it. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, it's part of me. It's part of my family. It's part of my heritage. It's part of everything I've done.
Your dad for sure is going to tell you, get your ass up, bro.
But even my dad's like part of what, like you'd think like your African parents are known to be like, all right, you get in there at that age, like give it up, find something else. But my dad's the kind of person. My dad's the kind of person that's actually like, you're too good to stop. He's like, cause he's seen how I'm training, he's seeing how I'm playing. He's like, honestly, like you're too good to quit. Like even if you have to do whatever you need to do to get back to playing, like I'm fit now and I'm ready now and stuff like that. But he's one of the people that's been like, no, like I want you to keep playing. Like you still have something to show people.
That's love, bro.
No, for sure.
But you know what? I hear Germany is one of the hardest places to get your papers, though.
No, it's actually the easiest.
Really?
Everywhere in my career, Germany's been the easiest.
Or is it the UK is the hardest to get
UK
your
is the
papers?
hardest.
I guess because everybody's running there, huh?
Yeah.
What makes why is UK so much more appealing than everywhere else? Because Germany has great teams.
The money.
Is that literally all it is?
It's literally just that.
Bro, it reminds me of Zlatan's story.
I know 5th division players in the UK making 100K.
What? 5th division? Wow.
Making 100K.
That's like CFL money here.
100K pounds.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like 2.2.
To play in the 5th league.
That's crazy.
5th division. So imagine when you're playing in the 1st division, you're making 100. Most guys in the 1st division in UK are making 100K a week.
Who doesn't want that kind of money, bro?
That's
what we're working hard for.
And that's why they're so strict on who comes into the country, because that's not money they're just gonna give to anyone.
So they don't do that in Germany and everywhere else.
No, Germany. You can sign up in Germany today. Like I can sign paperwork today and I can play tomorrow.
Interesting.
Because like I can just use my Canadian passport. I can say I'm only playing here for 3 months. I'm playing for 3 months. Sign my 3-month contract with a team and play for 3 months. And then after 3 months, then I'm gonna need, because obviously you can only stay in the European country for 3 months. Right. After 3 months, then I'm gonna need to apply for work permit, whatever it is. But it's still, as long as the team has the resources, it's still very easy to get a work permit.
So even as a Canadian going to the UK and stuff?
No, you can travel there.
But for working and all that. So they know how to take our tax dollars to the Queen, and she already passed away. But they can't let us go and work there and make money.
No.
Oh, wow, bro. That's corruption at its finest.
Yeah, there's big footballers.
Fire the Governor General right now. We want her out. That's wild.
Yeah, it's bad. The UK is the hardest place to get.
That's crazy, man. But I'm guessing you're saying the money's there, though.
Yeah, the money is there, though.
Did you ever end up going to the UK?
No, I couldn't. There's too many rules. I couldn't get in.
That's wild.
I remember when I played in Italy, the owner of QPR was... the owner of my team in Italy played for QPR. The owner of QPR came to see me, the Queen's Park Rangers.
Yeah.
Came to see me train and play, and he wanted to bring me over, but it was just too much of a hassle. The paperwork was too
No
too
way.
hard.
Even if you said I would facilitate?
I can't though.
Like for like funds and all that.
No, but you
say
can't.
no?
It's not about that. It's about like literally immigration paperwork. Like the government will
That's
literally
crazy.
not let you
That's wild, bro.
live there. They won't give you working papers. So like even if you want, you can go and train for as long as you want, but to get the working papers is the problem.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
so I guess you would have had to go somewhere. But if you're already in Europe, let's say if you're in
That's
Germany,
why like
it's much easier to move around.
It's tough to say. Like it's a bad thing to say, but that's why like a lot of like foreign footballers have children and get married early in Europe.
Green card, baby. Wow. That's nuts.
Like
That's the
if
reason.
you look into some of the biggest stars, look, why do they have children at 20 years old, 21 years old?
You know, it's actually crazy you say that. I'm thinking about it right now.
Look at it, think about it, because that's how to the lengths people will go, knowing that okay, I might do this, but I'm gonna become a multimillionaire at the end of the day, so it doesn't matter.
And that's a big job. That's a big risk, anyways.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
that's like some of the stuff that happens. You know, this is what happens in football because it's so hard for foreigners, Canadians, Americans, Africans, South Americans to get into Europe. Because
and then after that, he doesn't make it pro. He forgot the milk and never came back. Eh? That's crazy.
You can't say
bro.
that.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like that.
That's actually wild.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So but what if you, let's say you got into Germany and then you ended up getting a work visa?
Mm-hmm.
Would that have, and then UK wants you? Does that factor anything in there?
It's
So
touchy.
maybe
It can work out if you had like, for example, if your work visa was like 5 years, let's say, for example, and in that 5 years, I'm pretty sure some way you can switch the visa from country to country. I think that you can do that.
So instead of having all these kids, maybe people should just try to do that, situate themselves in a team, and then
Germany's easy for Canadians. It's not easy for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why is it easy for us now?
I don't know.
That's so weird, no?
Yeah.
The UK's hard. The Queen's supposed to own us. That's
like,
crazy.
for example, I got my paperwork from Germany before I even left here. Like the team that I signed for, they sent me all the documents. I signed them from Canada.
Done.
And then when I got then like a week after, they're like, okay, the league approved. Come over.
But just like that?
Yeah.
So then what's the plans now then, bro?
Now,
what are we going to do, Coach Zoom?
Well, I'm still trying to build Ottawa Selects from the ground up. We had
in your soccer career, what are we going to do?
In the career, we're trying
let's say I'm your agent. I'm Don King, bro. What are we going to do with your career?
The thing is, I don't think I will go far away from home again. I think if something was to work out, God willing, that I would play here in Ottawa and still be able to.
Is the States far away from you, or you strictly want to stay here?
I prefer to stay in the CPL. I prefer to stay in Ottawa or somewhere in Canada.
Okay, so you got love for the CPL.
Yeah, I got love. Like, I think that it's a growing league. I think there's lots of positives. I think it's only gonna get better. I don't think it can drop off. I think the level is only gonna go up of the players, and I think we have a good fan base here at home as well. And a lot of the teams have great fan bases, so I think that it's definitely a good league that I did well in my first year. So I definitely think now as I got older, I've only gotten better as a player. I think I can only grow in that league, you know?
So then talk to me about, where did you come up with this whole Ottawa Selects idea, bro? Where did it get conceived? What were you thinking at that time?
So, you know what's funny?
This is COVID stories.
This
is a COVID story, ain't this?
I used to work with an organization called OPSM. And
my boy owns SAF, actually, so I've heard of OPSM.
Yeah, so I used to work with OPSM. Sorry. And I actually told OPSM, hey, I have this program I want you guys to run. They said, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't like the idea.
As soon as I heard OPSM, I heard so many stories, bro. I'm just trying to itch to say nothing.
So I said, okay, if you guys don't want the program, I'm going to run it, but don't be upset after if it does well, don't be upset with me.
Facts.
Because I work with you guys where we were all good. I gave you guys what I thought would work. You guys told me no.
100%.
This is not, there's no malice, no nothing.
Exactly.
If it starts working, just don't be mad at me. What happened? Started it because there's the guys that wanted to train and wanted to play games. So Select started like that. So there's a group of like college, university, and pros that wanted to just train in the off season. So I took the liberty to book fields for the guys. Said, hey guys, we'll just pitch, let's say $20 each for the fields, and I'll run this session. And then things started off good, and one guy told another guy, and then the numbers doubled. And then
what did you start off with? How many guys?
Let's say like 20 guys.
That's a good number.
Yeah. But like, it wasn't like,
start.
there was no profit though. It was just like, I wanted to train. So it was like for my own training while I was home, you know? So then after I said, okay, we got 20 guys, and then literally the numbers just doubled right away. So then it was so many guys that I couldn't even train anymore. I had to be the one just running the trainings.
Wow.
And that's how it started. Like I never like woke up one day and said I wanted to be the coach. No, it was like I was training with the guys. We're all having a good time. And then we had so many guys at one point that it was like, we need someone to just actually run the training sessions. So then I stopped training with the guys and I actually started running the session.
Did you get nominated to do the coaching, or you just like, I set it all up?
Yeah, I set it all up, so I'll do it, you know? And the guys, like, they trusted me because I played in Europe and stuff, so the sessions were good. And then over time, I was like, okay. I sat down with my good friend Antonius, and I said, okay, listen, we have these group of players that we're training. We're dedicating all this time to training them, and I think we can make this into something great. So then we put our heads together and we're like, okay, he's a strength and conditioning coach, and I'm the football coach, I should say. So what had happened was I said, okay, let's put our heads together. We'll create a program where the guys can be on field with us X amount of times a week, and then in the gym with you as well. So they're getting the best of the both worlds.
Exactly.
So we put our heads together, and then we said, okay, we're creating this product. So we did it, and right away,
blowing up.
And then from there, we just added little things to make things better. And then I just used my connections to help players go overseas.
Because they're getting on-field training, and then they're also getting the actual
so you're getting
physical.
You're getting the 100% of what you need. You can't say you need anything more. You know, we're getting on-field training. You're getting games on the weekends. You're getting gym sessions with Antonius. So there's nothing more we can offer you.
So you don't do any of the gym sessions. You're just on-field.
I'm in the gym sessions with Antonius because he really knows what he's doing. Like he's the best. I think he's the best in Canada.
Amazing.
He's actually one of the best in North America. He worked with the biggest club in South America.
Which one?
Club America.
Wow.
He was a strength and conditioning coach for the women's team for the last 2 seasons.
So that's amazing. So you already got some superior coaches that are there and trainers.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people are in total are part of the faculty, I guess you want to call it?
So right now we have about 50 members. But in the summertime, we had a women's team, a men's team, and the U21 team. So between each team, we had about, I'd say, 25 players.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, so we had a large group in the summer, but it was hard to facilitate in my first year. I won't lie to you. We went through a lot of bumps in the road. But I think our men's team did very well for a first-year team. We played in MC1, and we only lost a few games. The last 7 games, we dropped points once.
Nice.
And our women's team, we were top of the table for the first half of the season. So, and it's the first year there was a team for any of these teams. They were just brand new teams, you know.
That's crazy how much experience you get just yourself doing all this, because there's so much logistics. Let's be honest.
Oh, for sure. Like you don't know how much goes into running a team until you run a team. Like
everybody thinks they can do it until they do it.
Yeah, you just think you wake up and you find players on every corner of the street and things go well. You don't take in that people don't, like some people, they're paying for it, so they can miss sessions. They don't care if they don't show up. There's so many things that you wouldn't factor in. Like for example, I traveled with a team to Halifax to play against the Halifax CPL team that I used to play for. So when I played pro, there's someone coordinating everything from hotels to plane tickets to everything. When you have to do this yourself one time, you got to get 30 plane tickets coordinated, 30 hotel rooms coordinated, 30 restaurant for 30 players. A restaurant's going to accept 30 players for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got to coordinate rides to games, to the field, to back.
Coach Zoom is busy. Don't call the man. That's crazy.
And that's what everyone's upset because they say I never answer my phone. I'm just like, because I'm always doing something.
Come on, bro. You got 30 people you're doing this for now.
So it's like people, and that's like the underlying thing that goes around the city. You call Coach Zela, he doesn't answer his phone.
He never answers. We're lucky to get him on the pod, man.
But it's like, I'm busy. I'm literally so busy all the time. Like I have to make sessions. We're trying to plan for this coming year. We're trying to do something because we have different programs we're building this year with, I'm not going to say it on the pod, but we've partnered with someone for this season, the outdoor. We're going to have so much stuff going on. And yeah, like I'm just busy, like working with different people, trying to get the ball rolling, and half the stuff that we've already started hasn't even gone out.
Do you work with different gyms too, by the way, or is it almost like this is a very competitive nature? Like you won't ever work with OPSM and you won't work with SAF and all these.
The thing is, for me, I have no problem working with anyone else. I don't have a problem with working with anyone as long as you come in good spirits. Like for me, I'm very much like my players will say, hey, like I'm not the kind of coach that's gonna say you can't play anywhere else. I actually tell players to go play at the other places. Go train at SAF. Go get touches with Coach Anto and Coach Ibi. Go do that. That's beneficial to you. I know a lot of players this year that were part of my program that went there and they've improved immensely from that. So I actually like push people to go train other places. It's more or less like people tell people don't come train with me. And it's like that's where
that's when it gets dirty.
That's when it gets dirty because it's like I'm the guy that's telling everyone to go do things. Because I think like even when I was younger, I trained everywhere. I went to West Ottawa, I trained there. I went to OSU, I trained there. Yeah. I gained, you need to train in order to get better. So how can I stop you and say, oh, only come to my sessions if I don't have sessions 7-8 days a week or 7 or 6 days a week? I only have sessions 3 days a week, plus we have 2 gym sessions a week. And then we have training with St. Anthony that we're working with as well. So it's like we have a couple of different things, but if I'm not going to put you on the field 7 days a week and give you everything you need every single day, how can I be the one to tell you to not do? Because
you actually care about the players. That's why, bro.
How can I be the one to tell you don't go somewhere else? It doesn't make any sense. If I want what's best for you and I'm going to put my neck on the line talking to this agency, I need you to be at 100%. I need you to be at the best ability you can possibly get to. So
that's love.
So if I'm limiting what you can do, I'm not looking out for you.
I agree with you, man.
It's like that.
I feel like, you know what, even in my business, when you put people ahead of yourself, a true leader eats last, bro.
100%.
And when you're putting them ahead of yourself, it means you want them to excel. Their success is your success, bro.
Exactly.
But then you got the get rich quick schemers that'll be like, listen, don't go work with Coach Zela. Come on, stay here. Why? Because they just want your dollar, bro.
No, for sure. And like, I'm even the guy who will like, for example, if you're working at 3 other places, I'll give you a discount on my program. But come to my program anyways, but I'll give you a discount. Hey, you're already spending $250 over there. You're spending $300 over there. I'll give you $100 over here because I want you in my program and I can help you improve. At the end of the day, if you do well, I do well. If you 100%. Do well, you say, Coach Zela helped me. That helps my program, you know?
Because when you go Div 1 in Europe, who was your coach?
Exactly. Who helped you? Who gave you, who did something nice for you, you know? And that's how things go around. If you never help anyone, you'll never make anything. That's the problem.
You said it, man. That's the key to it, bro.
That's literally the underline. Yeah. Like you can't go around saying, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." Money's always gonna be there. If you help people, money will be there.
I love that you just said
that. If you don't help people, then you won't make the money. You can't be making money off 10 people and expect you to make the most outcome. If you make money off 10 people and you help 30 people, and you're still making a little bit off of each person. Still making money.
It goes a long way in that. 100%. People remember that, man.
100%.
I say that all the time. I was literally just saying to my staff today, we're trying to look at the different ways. Obviously, I don't want to ever expose my trade secrets. Mm-hmm. But I was saying the same thing earlier. I said, you know, if you have to put the client in front of you before you have to put them ahead of you. Because if we provide them with the real substance and value and actually help them and get to where they want to be, we're always going to be on top regardless. Money 100%. Always comes in after 100%, that. 100%. We don't focus on the money. It just keeps score. If you focus on actual service and value, you go to Select, get taken care of, go Div 1 in the UK, come back to Coach Zoom, tell him, yo, I'm there, bro. Tell me all about the experience. I've been trying to get there too, you know?
For sure. I think that's what's most important. I think, like I said, a lot of we've helped me and my one of my guys, Antonius, have helped so many people that it's just like, we don't look for anything from it. It's like, okay, we help you with this agency gets you signed. Great. It's just another accolade for us to say that, hey, we know on our own, we don't even post these things, but we know on our own that this person got to where they are right now because we made that phone call. We just keep it in our diary.
Facts.
You know, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Those people are gonna come back and they're gonna say, oh, you guys didn't actually know that this is what my real story was.
And how satisfying is it when they come up to you and be like, yo, thank you, coach?
No, for sure. People tell me all the time. People tell me all the time. Like I said, it happens all the time where people go places and then they're just like, honestly, I appreciate what you've done because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be there. And at the same time, they're loving their experience right now. You know, they wanted to play pro football. Now they're playing pro football and
it's incredible.
Like, yeah, you know, so.
Where's the gym, by the way?
It's actually, we're on Maryville. It's actually not far from here. It's, Enfort Fitness. It's just off of, where Charmaine Hooper is? There's a Charmin Hooper Park, like literally just down here.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I know
Can't
exactly
remember
where
the
you are.
street, but it's just literally.
It's literally down the road.
Yeah, down the road. It's across the street. It's called Enfort Fitness. It's state of the art. The one.
Is that where you're running the facility from?
No, that's where the gym is.
Okay.
So that's where we send our players for the workouts and stuff. Our training facility is Bell Sensplex. There's a nice little turf inside.
Nice.
It's like a bigger turf than your average.
Where is that?
It's in
Because
Canada.
you said, okay, so you don't work with St. Anthony.
No, we do. So
Okay, so that's in Preston.
yeah. So
Okay.
but St. Anthony's is so basically half of our players are playing in St. Anthony's, are part of the St. Anthony's winter program as well.
Very good.
So we've pretty much essentially partnered, and we're working together. St. Anthony's players come to us for training. We send our players there for games, and it's a good
So if people want to get signed up to the program, how do they find you?
Instagram, very simple, very easy. Send us a DM. Someone will respond within the hour. You want to get signed up, you can get signed up within the day.
Yeah?
Yeah, within the day.
We're going to leave it in the description, man.
for
Everybody
sure.
want to come see Coach Zoom?
Very easy. Very easy. I'm like, and like, there's one thing about us. We pretty much say yes to everyone. And then what I do is I assess you on your first session. If you're not at the level, I'll let you know. We'll get your money back. There's no problem. We're not here to, like I said, we're not here to saturate we want the best product. We want the best players. We want to help players who, let's say, for example, if you've came to Canada, whatever the situation is, you haven't been playing in a year, but you have the potential to get back up to a good level.
Yeah.
Put you through the program, you'll get back up to the level you need to get to, But like I said, if you're not there and you're just, you come, you sign up, and then you're not there, I'll tell you, here's your money back.
At least you're honest about it. You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Yeah.
Like, that's just how we work, like I said, we want to see everyone. We're not the club that's saying, oh, we already have our players, we don't want anyone else. It's not how we operate.
Yeah.
If you're new, you want to join us, sign up. You can sign up. Then after when you get to the field, I'll let you know if you have what it takes to be a part of our program. Because some people just don't have what it takes. There's nothing wrong with that, But
so what's your ideal candidate, man? But sure, we take on everybody that wants to actually put in the work and we can help you.
Mhm.
But what's the ideal candidate you're looking for? That star player.
It's position based. I can't say there's an ideal candidate because some guys, for example, you have players who are 6'2" and are very strong, but need to brush up on their technical ability. That's a good candidate. You can be a center back. You can, but you need to have also the ball playing skills.
Who has the most ego, man? Strikers?
No, in our
Midfields?
group, it's funny. We have like defenders with ego through the roof
Okay.
that will try to fight you at any time.
That's crazy.
But our group is like, there's guys who will they're throwing hands. Like,
Bro, you need that competition, man.
There's fire.
I love that.
There's fire and desire.
I hate that softness, bro.
there's
No, man,
there's
this is
softness.
war, bro.
Like even in St. Anthony's, our team with St. Anthony's, every team hates us.
Good.
We're because we bring the war. Like,
That's it, man.
and like everyone's like, like at first we started the season slow. Now we're the best team in the league, and now it's war.
That's a fact.
Because everyone wants to beat us, and now everyone's like, oh, you guys are so aggressive. You're this, but we're men. We're trying to win.
Thank you very much.
But we're not here to be your friend. We can be friends after the game.
Where's Martin, bro? We're breeding lions here, man. You know what I mean?
We're men here. We're coming to win. We're coming to fight. And if you don't like it, that's between you.
I
and me.
hate that participation trophy, bro. If you give my son ever comes home with I have two. If they ever come home with a participation trophy,
crazy.
I'm kicking that trophy right out the door,
That's
bro.
crazy. That's crazy.
No, bro. You can't be breeding the soft generation anymore.
For
It's
sure,
disgusting.
For sure. I think everyone has to learn to stand up for themselves. Everyone has to learn to pick up their friends when their friends are down. That's what a team is. There's guys on my team, if you kick me or you bring me down, the next play you get the ball, mate, you're feeling some real pain.
Good.
And that's brotherhood. That's how teams are supposed to be.
That's a
You gotta
fact.
protect. Look at when Messi plays. Messi plays for Argentina. Kick Messi once, see if the whole team doesn't try to take you out.
I
It's
feel
that.
like there's a bandwagon on him, though, man.
No, but there's Messi's one of the greatest of all time. But like I said, I appreciate that kind of brotherhood. I appreciate that if you touch my captain, if you touch my player, you're going down. Mate.
That's a fact.
And all 11 of us will go down with that one
We're
guy.
going down here.
It's going down. Like in the World Cup, Holland played against Argentina, and one guy fouled Messi, and it was war. Like they're on smoke.
If we're going over there, bro, what do you think of the allegations?
Which allegations?
About the cheating and the bot refs and Messi ain't the real deal. This is because, they were giving him boosts.
I think
this is all CR7 fan talk, by the way, bro.
But I think
CR7 fans fucking hate. I gotta stop cussing. It's the third time on the spot. It's pretty good an hour, but they hate Messi, man.
Yeah, they do. But I think
do you think he still got it though? But even with these allegations, do you think he's still the best player of all time?
I think he shouldn't have been gotten Ballon d'Or because he won the World Cup. I don't think that's
bro. That was Mbappe to me all day, bro. That was literally Mbappe against Argentina.
I don't think you should win the World because you win the World Cup. You should win Ballon d'Or. I think Ballon d'Or should go to the best player, the player who had the best season that year. And that's what the award is for.
Who do you think had the best year?
Holland had a very good season.
Fantastic.
Mbappe had a very good season.
Fantastic.
But if you look at Messi's stats with PSG that season, he didn't play very well.
You know what's crazy? When you were watching Mbappe in the beginning, bro, I felt like he was kind of dropping the ball the first few games, but he really shone at the end, man.
I think Mbappe is one of those people. I think the French team is not a good, they're not a real team together.
Why? Because they put too many powerhouses on PSG?
No, but I think they're just there's too many different egos, and I don't think the dressing room is united. You know what I'm saying? Like when a team is united, everyone plays for each other. They all want to win together. They're all like I said, Argentina, they deserve to win because they play for each other.
That's a fact.
They will kill for each other.
That's a fact.
But other countries, not every country is like that. Morocco, same way. Morocco, everyone loved Morocco's World Cup performance because they were killing for each other. They're playing for the country.
That's it, man. African brothers sticking together.
They had the whole of Africa supporting them. They said, nah, we have everyone supporting us. We have to go out there and prove something.
That's a fact.
But France wasn't playing like that. Portugal wasn't playing like that. But
there's too much stick measuring contests. You know what I mean? Everyone's trying to have who has a bigger stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For example, and even Portugal, all the negativity around Ronaldo during the World Cup, that's not good for your team. No matter what people say, it's bad for the team. If Ronaldo's unhappy, it's bad, not just for Ronaldo, not just for media. It's bad for the team. You're waking up because the dressing rooms are like that. You're waking up half the guys are best friends with Ronaldo.
That's a fact.
And half the guys are going to be, half the youngsters are close together. So if Ronaldo's unhappy, obviously Pepe and the rest of the guys that are close to Ronaldo's age are going to be unhappy because Ronaldo's not playing.
That's facts.
And if the youngsters
they did him dirty though, man.
I'm saying. So obviously, how can you go out and win without your president,
star,
your country's president? Literally,
player, that's wild what they did.
Yeah,
though.
that's crazy.
Come on, see, it's hard not to say these out. Bro, it's crazy.
You can't do that. You can't. Ronaldo, no matter what, no matter if Ronaldo is not on form, it's still the World Cup. It's still, he could do things that in the dying second of the game, no matter if you think he's out, he hasn't done nothing, in 1 second he could win you the game. Just because he's Cristiano.
But look what Ronaldo did, bro. He just started this whole trend now, go playing for the Arab money. Everybody's, listen, I'm putting it out there right now. I'm a Ronaldo fan. I don't care what anybody
Don't forget,
thinks.
Ronaldo has the most goals in the world right now.
That's a fact. I'm a Ronaldo fan. I'll be honest with you.
How can you even have a comment? The guy's still leading goal scorer in the world. What do you want? How can you say he's done? How can you say he's washed? If Messi was so amazing, why isn't he the lead goal scorer in the MLS?
Facts. Tell him, bro.
It's you can talk all this nonsense about Ronaldo, but then the numbers don't lie.
That's a fact, man.
Look at Benzema. Yeah. Benzema was one of the best strikers with Real Madrid. Look at Benzema in the Saudi League. He's not having a good season.
That's a fact.
So I agree with you, at the end of the day, Ronaldo's stats talk.
I love CR7. That's my guy, bro. You know who I love even more right now? Big ups to Ashraf Hakimi, bro. He's the one that put it down for the men, bro. He got a big dub against that divorce case, bro. And give it to him, right? I love Hakimi for that one, bro. Who would have thought, man?
That was funny stuff.
That's the best story I've heard in a while, man. You know what I mean? We're running out of time, man.
All right, man. It was a pleasure being here.
It was a pleasure, brother. I had a great time.
Me as well.
We're going to put the link in the description. Come check out our boy, Coach Zela, man. Goes by Zoom. You know what I mean? Take care of you. Get you right like rain. Get you out in Germany, UK, Div 1. When you do get the Div 1, shout him out, though, huh?
And
if you don't shout him out...
And make sure that a check comes to my
mailbox.
Please.
It's all love, brother.
You as well.
All right.